Good evening friends, you are most welcome to Think Eyes channel. Today we are going to discuss Practicing Anthropology by MAAN IGNOU and our topic is tourism. Let us begin the topic. Effect of tourism on expressive culture and the anthropological studies. Culture consists of the learned ways of behaving accumulated by many humans over many generations. Accumulation of learned ways of behaving is made possible by recreation and use of symbols. Without this facility, learning is static or non progressive as among the animals. Culture, in essence, is an accumulation of learned patterns of behaviors originated and developed by means of symbols came into being when humans learned to symbolize. To understand the role played by symbolic behavior in the origin and perpetuation of culture, it is necessary to be clear about the nature of symbols. Briefly, a symbol may be defined as a physical phenomena that has a meaning bestowed upon it by those who use it, for example object, artifacts, sequence of sounds, language and music, and sequence of movements, body language, drama and dance, etc. One of the prime motives of tourism is to experience a different culture and in the process gather souvenirs or mementos, unique artifacts or crafts. Apart from this, because tourists seek something different from the sequence of sound presented in the form of music or the sequence of movements presented in the form of drama or dance by the natives, these becomes the highlight of entertainment for the tourist. Anthropologists have become interested in the tourism and its symbolic qualities. In a world that is completely inclined towards technological innovations and globalization, these counterculture based on the arts, craft, play, and ritual become escape routes for many. Traditionally, field workers have always been collectors of ethnic arts and crafts. Mass tourists who exploited new cultures looked for these forms of artistic expressions as souvenirs. This may have led to a number of changes in the artifacts so that it could be constructed as per the taste of the tourist. This becomes an important issue for study by the field workers. Another interesting area of study is how tourism has led the cross cultural changes in traditional games and sports. Tourism, to a large extent, has also provided an ample opportunity to study the religions and ritualistic services. This is so because most of the times these are presented as performances for the sake of the tourist. Nowadays, such display of rituals of folk culture has become or is on the verge of becoming merely a form of entertainment performed primarily for business gains. This is not a healthy signal, especially where original and deep meaning cultures are concerned, since these traditions lose their spiritual values. But on the positive side, tourism has been one main reason where many lost forms of expressive culture have been able to revive and gain momentum. Once again, civil festivals, religions, rituals, and public performances become input into the symbolic qualities of tourism. The touristic experiences are often seen as the approximation of life of people that are marked at significant moments by rituals and ceremonies like birth, adolescence, marriage, birth of a child, middle age, old age, and death. Just to cite a few examples, the carnival in Goa, boat races in Kerala, the traditional welcome of Maharajas in Rajasthan, the Gujarati Dandiya, Ganga Mahotsav of Uttar Pradesh, etc., have gained tremendous momentum through tourism. Therefore, in the advent of the 21st century, the study of tourism in the anthropology is increasing in importance but appear to have settled between the symbolic and materialistic school of the thought. Let us now take a quiet look at the focus of anthropology of tourism. In studies conducted in Asia, concentration is upon the various revivals of expressive culture in Japan, Thailand, China, and India. In these countries, anthropology of tourism focuses on festival rituals, pilgrimages, performances, arts, and crafts. In Latin America, Beach tourism has been the focus of study, particularly to analyze regional developments in many parts of the Caribbean. Anthropology of tourism has specifically paid attention to the guest host conflict in Pacific Islands too, specifically in the Polynesian Cultural Center in Hawaii, which has transformed its traditional rituals into mere stage performances which are superficial in nature, becomes the focus of the field workers. In Africa, the subject of research is the impact of tourism on native population, especially on linguistic stratification and cultural adaptation. Anthropology of tourism in all its studies has to face problems and difficulties in order to overcome limitations. It is also necessary to understand whom such kind of studies may benefit. It may be the tourist, the tour operators, the host population, the industry, or all. Definitely, this new area will play an increasingly important role in the future of investigating tourism through anthropology. Nature of tourism impacts a concern for anthropologists and tourism planners. By impact, we essentially mean the effect that one environment can have when it comes in contact with a different one. When we relate to tourism, the movement of tourists, one environment, to the destination, which consists of the host's second environment, will have an impact, which can be of different kinds. The kind of effect could be some form of social changes, behavioral changes, cultural changes, not to forget the environmental changes, and most important of all, the economic changes. Since impact could be both positive as well as negative, it is of great significance to the tourism planners in order to control the negative impacts and promote the positive ones. From the point of view of anthropology, such impacts are of deep concern. Such impacts are of deep concern to all those studying social changes. A symbiosis between anthropological studies and tourism planning can be of immense advantage in both areas where tourism is thriving and causing changes in the society. Such mutual help between the two fields is therefore of great relevance. The efforts in this chapter is to understand the various impacts of tourism and realize the importance of incorporating all these aspects while planning for tourism as a practitioner so that a balance between the tourist and the host communities can be maintained.